Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger and welcome to, of course, another LEGO character showcase for LEGO City Undercover. And today I'm going to be taking a look at all those police officer disguises. Now I know that this video is a little bit late, I apologize for that. It's primarily because these videos are a little tedious to put together because you have to film every character 35 times waiting for the idle animation to see if they're different or not, so I apologize for that, but nonetheless, let's get into the video. We've got, of course, to kick things off, our hero, Chase Mccain, dressed up in his cool police vest, and he's ready to take on crime, and of course, he's looking pretty gosh darn cool. Next up, we have got the one and only Mr. Frank Honey, but in this case, Frank is actually dressed up in his poolside outfit, which is what he wears when he wants to go to the pool, of course.
I bought too much.
Next up after that, we've got Chuck Morrison, and honestly, I mean, this guy looks a little more like an engineer than a police officer, at least to me. What do you guys think? Alrighty, then we've got Pat Patterson, which of course makes me think of the wrestler, because there was a famous wrestler by that same name, Pat Patterson. Next up, we've got the man who likes to collect them studs, Mr. Studsky himself. A ton of funk. Closely behind Studsky is, of course, the character that plays homage to Inspector Columbo, Inspector Dumumbo. Gee, I wonder which character this is referencing. His name is Sherlock Holmes. Well, let me know what you guys think. Next up, a little bit more of a plain character, but we still need security guards. So there you have it. We've got a security guard to help us out. Alrighty, next up, we've got Officer Park, and I think she looks a lot like Charlotte Hannon. I mean, I think it's probably just the black outfit, so that's pretty interesting. Of course, Charlotte Hannon is one of the firefighter characters. Make sure to go check that out. Speaking of looking the same or similar to someone else, oh yeah, this is Chase Mccain. Of course, this is his undercover outfit, when he doesn't want to look suspiciously police-like. Alrighty, next up we've got the lovable, but without a doubt a huge egomaniac, Mr. Marion, Dumby, of course, the chief of police. Speaking of leaders and leadership, we've got Mayor Gleeson, and I find this kind of hilarious that you actually get to play around as the mayor, like running around. Imagine seeing your mayor of your city running around with a gun, like protecting people and stuff. That would be pretty interesting to see for sure. But I don't think politics ever get that far. Alrighty, next up we've got Butch Patterson. I wonder if he's related to Pat Patterson, the previously mentioned Pat Patterson. Alright, next up we've got, of course, Studsky's partner, and that is Clutch. And most people will get what that was a reference to. Alrighty, next up we've got Laganay or Lagnay, and the cool thing here that I'm gonna show you, it's not actually that cool, but it's kind of creepy. You could see how the eyes and the mouth is kind of floating on her face. That's a little bizarre in my opinion. What do you guys think? Now, of course, with Sherlock Holmes in the game, he needs his partner, Dr. Watson. Next up, probably the most serious character in the whole game, and that is Ranger Barber. I don't know if her last name is Barber or if she's a ranger and a barber, so she couldn't decide which job she wanted, but she looks pretty gosh darn serious. She needs a tickle or something. The traffic cop right here has probably one of the coolest idle animations just because he really gets it going right away. So pretty cool character, and overall he looks pretty awesome with that helmet and stuff. Alrighty, and finally, the final outfit for Chase McCain. Not finally in terms of all the 8 disguises, but the final Chase McCain disguise in the police category. He's got a total of 3 of them, and this is the Chase suit. So I don't know if this is his regular suit, because his name is Chase McCain, so he's wearing a Chase suit. But this is, of course, kind of much more a gangster suit or a pimp suit, whatever you want to call it. Looking pretty cool, though. Looking pretty fly. The man with a mustache like a hair comb. It is, of course, Duke Huckleberry. Looks pretty awesome. And he's the sheriff of the wooded area that we meet in the game. Next up, we've got Bia Hec Erson, and is it just me or does it look like someone took a pumpkin, carved it out a little bit, and just placed it on her head? I know it sounds mean, but I mean, come on, that looks ridiculously like a pumpkin. I don't know how she walks around with that thing on her head, but nonetheless, that's just my opinion. Rodney Baxter. First of all, that's just a cool name, and second of all, he's got a pretty gosh darn cool haircut to go with that. Next up, we've got Briquette. Now, first of all, that's a bizarre name. I don't know if that's a first name, a last name, whatever it is. But second of all, I don't know why I can't decide whether this is a male or a female character. What do you guys think? Next up after that, for sure a female character, and that is Casey, or KC. Here we've got another version of a guard. In this case, it's actually a prison guard instead of the previously seen security guard that we saw. It looks pretty cool, very simple, but at the same time, it's kind of cool to have a good diversity of characters to play as. Next up, to add to the collection of the previously mentioned Rangers, we've got Ranger Lewis, and he doesn't look too happy either. What's going on with all these Rangers being unhappy? Next up, the name is Detective. Just Detective. No first name, no last name, Detective. His job is his name, and he looks a lot like Dorlac Holmes. Don't you guys agree with me? Alrighty, the fan favorite returns in a different disguise, and it is, of course, Mr. Frank Honey in his regular police uniform, and of course, pretty hilarious character in the game itself. Of course, make sure to check him out if you haven't yet. Another very important character in the game is, of course, Ellie Phillips, and she's basically kind of like what Oracle is to Batman. She's kind of your assistant that calls you in with different information and stuff like that. And the other thing that I find cool is that this category has a lot of female characters, which is kind of awesome. The police category, there's. Next up, Ted Baxter. Enough said. Next up, we've got Shaky Harry. That's what they called Harry Potter in the first book. I'm joking, they didn't really call him that because he didn't shake that much. But maybe this guy just really loves milkshakes. Next up, we have got Blobs. Say it with me. Blobs. That's the most fun name to say ever. Hi, what's going on? Welcome to the interview. Hi, my name is Blobs. Come on, that is an awesome name. You gotta be kidding me. Alrighty, next up we've got Kane. I don't know if he likes to harass, but it sounds like it. Kane. Our second to last character in the police category of disguises, of course, our security supervisor, adding to our 2 previous security type characters, which again, nice diversity. And finally, to round out the list of 35, we have got Quinton Spencer, who definitely looks like the kind of police officer that you do not want to be messing with, because he will get his job done. But there you have it. Those were all 35 disguises. As far as which one is my favorite, I would say Dr. Watson. I know most people would disagree. And then, of course, Frank Honey's up there as well, just because he's pretty gosh darn awesome. But that being said, let me know what you think about the 35 disguises. Which is your favorite in the comment section below. And, of course, make sure to check out all the other character showcases that I have already done, and a couple more coming your way very, very soon, hopefully daily, so stay tuned. And on top of that, if you guys enjoyed the video, click that like button to show support and to show that you guys want to see more of these. Subscribe, share the videos, and favorite the videos. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a fan-flip-tastic day, and see you later.